We joined Deltic 55019 for a cab ride to York, though this is filmed in 2008 rather than 1978. The Deltic is running on a rail tour from Bristol Temple Meads in the West Country, and we join the loco just south of Doncaster as it comes off the Sheffield line. Doncaster opened in 1938, 70 years ago, but today it looks a little different to the original. First class lounge, new ticket office, lifts, WH Smith's and a Costa coffee all adorn the new station front. 6 operators call at the station, and an extra one, that being Grand Union, parent company of Grand Central, could be added if their plan for London to Doncaster and Bradford services comes into fruition. Next to the station is Doncaster Works, usually referred to as the plant. The site is currently operated by Wobtec and is one of the most famous sites, as locomotives from Flying Scotsman and Mallard to the Class 55s and 58s. Wobtec do many rolling stock refurbishments here as well, including the Class 317s, and even First Great Western's Mark III rolling stocks were refurbished here. The line diverging off to our right carries the line on to Scunthorpe, and the line splitting off to the left head towards Leeds via Wakefield. 55019 was originally numbered D9019. It was one of 22 Deltics built between 1961 and 1962. The Deltics are unique to most locos still running today, as they are fitted with 2 Napier engines, each rated at 1,650 brake horsepower. When the second engine is running, it creates a combined total of 3,300 horsepower, making the Deltics the most powerful locos in the UK. The Deltics can run with 1 or 2 engines running at the same time, and on this tour we're quite happily screaming along with both engines at full throttle. The Class 55s were built specifically to replace steam on the East Coast main line. A prototype Deltic known as DP1 was built in 1955. It was also fitted with a Napier Deltic engine, a design that's commonly used in the shipping industry. DP1 was a success, but it was withdrawn in 1961 due to a major power plant failure. It's now based at the Shildon Museum in County Durham. In the late 1970s, BR was pushing for higher speeds than what the Deltics could manage. The Class 43 high-speed trains were built and had a top speed of 125 miles an hour. These then replaced the 55s, and thus the HSTs were not quite so popular to train enthusiasts. Final Deltic service was the 1630 Aberdeen to York in 1981, hauled by this exact locomotive 55019. However, in 1982 a farewell service for enthusiasts was also held, from King's Cross to Edinburgh, hauled by 55015 and returned with 55022. Only 6 Deltics remain. This loco was the first to receive the Train Protection Warning System, or TPWS, for mainline use, and is currently one of only 2 still running on the main line for rail tours, the other being 55022 or D9000. We reach milepost 163, which is our distance from London, and it's here where we leave Doncaster's signalling control and we enter into York's signal control panel. Right is Hegg-Plasmore Sidings. The bridge ahead carries the M62 motorway, and it's here in 2001 that a Land Rover and trailer diverged off the motorway before the bridge and ran down the embankment, ending up on the line. The driver of the vehicle called the emergency services, but at that moment a southbound 225 set hit the vehicle at over 120 miles an hour, and the train derailed. The train stopped over the northbound track and was hit by a Freightliner Class 66. Sadly, both drivers were killed. The lines you can see branching off onto our right is the original path of the East Coast Main Line to Selby. The lines we're running on now didn't exist until the 1980s, and before that all services ran the slow way via Selby. The station itself at Selby now is much quieter than it used to be. We now reach Hambilton Junction. The line splitting off to our right is the Hamilton South Curve to Leeds, which links with the Hull and Selby to Leeds line passing above us. The lines then converging on the right is where the old East Coast Main Line from Selby rejoins.